Florida was supposed to be unstoppable, a state built on sunshine, tax breaks, and second chances, where paradise sold itself. But behind the palm trees and perfect listings, the foundation is cracking. In just 3 years, home prices doubled. Investors flooded in. The governor bragged that Florida had become the promised land. But today, the same dream that fueled the boom is turning into a nightmare. One hurricane, one insurer, one policy collapse at a time. The numbers don't lie, and neither do the people packing up and leaving. So what really happened to the housing paradise everyone thought could never fail? It started like every American boom does, with hype, headlines, and blind confidence. In 2021 alone, 330,000 new residents poured into Florida. Miami-Dade, Palm Beach, and Broward became the finish line for people escaping high taxes and colder weather. By 2022, the median home price in those counties had doubled in just 30 months. Bungalows turned into bidding wars. Buyers waived inspections, wired cash sight unseen, and bought homes they'd never even walked through. Governor Ron DeSantis called it paradise on the rise. He pointed to record job growth and migration as proof of leadership. Developers threw up subdivisions overnight. Wall Street firms like Blackstone and Invitation Homes started buying entire neighborhoods. And national outlets praised Florida as America's new capital of opportunity. But while everyone chased beachfront profits, no one noticed the fine print. Behind every booming sale was a growing liability, one nobody wanted to talk about: insurance. The one thing Florida homeowners can't escape, can't avoid, and can't afford. By mid-2024, the average homeowner's insurance premium in Broward County hit $6,291, more than double the national average. 6 private insurers had gone bankrupt since 2022. The rest quietly stopped writing new policies. That forced hundreds of thousands of homeowners into Citizens Property Insurance Corporation, the state-run last resort safety net. But Citizens wasn't designed for millions of customers. It was meant for emergencies. Now it covers 1.3 million homes, roughly 1 in every 8 across Florida. That's not a safety net, that's a time bomb. If a single Category 5 storm hits, every policyholder in the state, even those with private insurance, could face massive assessments to cover losses. It's not just a storm risk anymore. It's a financial contagion. For locals, the dream turned upside down. A starter home that once cost $350,000 now carried a $2,100 monthly mortgage, a $6,000 insurance premium, and property taxes higher than rent in most U.S. cities. Families were being priced out of the same neighborhoods they'd grown up in. By early 2025, more than 41,000 homes sat unsold in South Florida, a 61% increase in just 1 year. Sellers had 3 options: cut prices, offer cash incentives, or watch their equity evaporate. And it wasn't just homeowners feeling the heat. Condo associations were slammed with blanket rate hikes, some hitting $10,000 per unit just to renew coverage. Others received letters saying their entire building could lose insurance unless they replaced their roof, windows, or electrical systems. The Florida dream had quietly turned into a numbers game, one that no longer added up. Hurricane Aaron never had to make landfall. Just the threat was enough to freeze Florida's real estate machine. Wind speeds hit 160 mph, and for 4 days the forecast cone pointed straight at Palm Beach. Lenders hit pause. Insurers stopped issuing policies. Open houses went dark. In Fort Lauderdale, 21% of pending deals collapsed in a single week, the highest cancellation rate in the nation. Miami and Tampa followed close behind. For buyers, it wasn't just fear of destruction, it was math. If your insurer won't cover the house, your lender won't fund the loan. And without a loan, the sale dies before the first gust hits the coast. Aaron didn't flood Florida. It exposed how fragile the market had become. Confidence vanished faster than the storm clouds cleared. Inside the capital, Governor Ron DeSantis watched the numbers in real time. Pending sales collapsing, insurers fleeing, and tax revenue sinking. He called an emergency press conference and dropped a political grenade, the Tax Kill Bill, a proposal to eliminate property taxes for primary homeowners statewide. Every Floridian would receive a $1,000 rebate and a promise that no one should pay rent to the government. Supporters called it bold. Economists called it reckless. Local governments called it impossible. House Speaker Daniel Perez accused the governor of chasing headlines while counties faced bankruptcy. DeSantis vetoed a $1 million property tax study and fired back, "We don't need more studies, we need action." The move split his base. Some saw leadership under pressure, others saw panic disguised as policy. Either way, the message was clear. Florida's miracle economy was bleeding, and the governor was out of conventional options. While politicians argued, the smartest money in the state quietly exited through the back door. In early 2025, Blackstone's Home Partners of America began liquidating its Florida portfolio. Homes in Miami Beach, Palmetto, and St. Petersburg, once snapped up at pandemic-era premiums, were now listed at steep losses. Some sold for 27% below purchase price. In 6 months, Blackstone unloaded $1 billion in residential and warehouse assets. Their rent-to-own experiment, once a Wall Street darling, disappeared almost overnight. Why? Because the numbers stopped working. Insurance doubled, property taxes climbed, rents plateaued, the yield collapsed. When Blackstone walks away, it's not emotion, it's calculation. And the calculation said Florida's risk now outweighs its reward. For older Floridians, it all felt familiar. Back in 1992, Hurricane Andrew leveled Homestead and rewrote the state's building codes. But while construction got stronger, the economics stayed weak. This time, the collapse isn't in wood and concrete. It's in balance sheets and confidence. After Andrew, Florida learned how to build stronger homes. After Aaron, it's learning how fragile its financial foundation really is. By mid-2025, the dominoes were falling faster than officials could count them. 14 insurance companies gone in 3 years. Over 847,000 policies dumped onto citizens. Average premium in Broward County, $6,000 plus. Inventory up 50% statewide. Net migration hitting record lows. Condo boards are draining reserves just to stay insured. Sellers slash prices weekly. Investors pull listings before the next storm season. Each fix creates a new failure. Subsidies strain budgets. Reforms stall in committees. And the once limitless optimism that fueled the boom is turning into quiet withdrawal. The truth is simple and brutal. Growth hid the cracks. Now the growth is gone. Every housing bubble ends the same way, with denial. Buyers think it'll bounce back, politicians promise stability, and the market just waits. But this time, Florida's crisis isn't just about prices. It's about trust. In insurers, in leadership, in the very idea that the state can weather another hit. When the next storm season arrives, tens of thousands of homeowners will find out whether paradise was ever real or just a well-marketed illusion. In Florida, the weather changes fast. So do markets. And in the Sunshine State, confidence, not wind, might be what finally tears the roof off.